Before I start the video, I would like to show you the top 5 developers in 2025 so far, and number 1 will shock you. In this video, we will discover what Emaar is going to launch in these days of November and also December, basically these last 2 months. Does it make sense to invest or buy a home in Emaar Oasis? We will discuss previous launches by Emaar in the Oasis. What's the upcoming launches in the Oasis by Emaar? Let's do a casual comparison of the Oasis by Emaar and Dubai Hills. This video is going to be very important. Before I start the video, I would like to show you the top 5 developers in 2025 so far, and number 1 will shock you. These developers' rating is given as per the sales value. On number 5, it's Miras with a total sale value of 14.6 billion dirhams. On number 4, it's Shoba Developers with 18.2 billion dirhams. On number 3, it's Binghati with 19 billion dirhams, and Binghati is being unstoppable and it's growing very fast. On number 2, it's the Mac Properties, of course, and they have a sale value of 28.3 billion dirhams so far. On number 1, it's as usual Emaar with 53.3 billion dirhams. Now, if you see the gap between number 1 and number 2, it's a direct jump of 28.3 billion dirhams up to 53.3 billion dirhams. What does it show basically? It shows us that Emaar is not only dominating the market but also holding 30% cap from the overall market of Dubai real estate. In this video, we will discover what Emaar is going to launch in these days of November and also December, basically these last 2 months. We will discuss about the Oasis as a community, and we'll try to explain that. For example, does it make sense to invest or buy a home in Emaar Oasis? We will discuss previous launches by Emaar in the Oasis. What's the upcoming launches in the Oasis by Emaar? So make sure you watch till the end and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hello viewers, this is Muhammad Rizwan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, let's see the upcoming launches. This month in November, Emaar will launch in RYM, which is Rashid Yachts and Marina. Then they are just going to launch at the end of this week the Valley standalone villas, and also we will be able to see Dubai Creek Harbour waterfront project. End of November, Emaar will release a new cluster in the Oasis community. In December, if we talk about, Emaar will launch a project in Business Bay. Most probably it will be a branded residences. Then another project of apartments in Dubai Hills estate. Also in the next month, which is December, also they will launch another cluster in the Oasis. This information is based on the current scenario and it's not officially released by Emaar. Now let's come on the main point. Let's do a casual comparison of the Oasis by Emaar and Dubai Hills. The reason behind that is I want you to know about the density of the community, because now Dubai Hills is one of the signature community of Emaar. But before of that, about Oasis, if I would say that it's a kind of better version of Emirates Hills, it won't be wrong. Let me give you an example. Now, if you drive through the middle of Emirates Hills, where you will find some of the most ultra luxury mansions, you can literally smell the money on the street. So super luxury and the billionaire streets you will find in the Emirates Hills, and it's been a title for Emirates Hills from long time. So the Oasis will have the same kind of vibes. That's why most of the people who bought in the Oasis till now or who are buying are end users. Oasis as a community is a 90 million square feet of master plan, and Dubai Hills, it's 100 million square feet of the community. If I go in depth details of the Oasis, 25% of the land will be open spaces and amenities. There will be a swimmable lagoon running through the entire community with the artificial beaches, and it's designed to give water views to lots of villas. It's located right next to established communities like Dalal Al Ghaf, Jumeirah Golf Estate, and also upcoming communities like Jumeirah Golf Estate 2 and the Mac Lagoons. Now, if you know the government's 1.5 billion dirhams investment in Al Fayz Street Road development, which is set to develop 5 major intersections, which will massively benefit the Oasis with the excellent connectivity to the other main districts of Dubai. It's also close to all the top schools in Dubai, which includes one of the most expensive school, which is GEM School. Not only that, all the other most important factors when high net worth individuals or families are selecting a home, you will find in the Oasis. If you see the master plans of both communities, Oasis and Dubai Hills, it's approximately similar. But can you imagine that Dubai Hills have 35,000 number of units, while Oasis will have only 3,100 units overall. Entry price in Dubai Hills you will find starting from 1.3 million in resale market and 1.7 million dirhams in off-plan market, while Oasis is trading at 10 million minimum in resale market, and in off-plan the recent launch was Palace with the 14 to 15 million dirhams as a starting price. Now the first cluster was launched in the Oasis was Palmyra. It had 4 and 5 bedroom villas. 4 bedroom was 5,000 square feet and 5 bedroom was 7,750 square feet as a built up. Plot size was 7,000 square feet for a 4 bedroom and 10,000 square feet for 5 bedrooms. 4 bedrooms were standing at 9 million dirhams and 5 bedrooms was around 12 million dirhams. This part of the community had lots of water bodies, but later extension of Palmyra like Palmyra 2, Palmyra 3 did not had access directly to the water bodies. So that was the Palmyra cluster. Now if we talk about the next launches, it was Miraj. Now Miraj was slightly bigger houses. It was 5 and 6 bedroom bigger villas. 5 beds built up area was 10,000 square feet with a plot of 11,350 square feet. 6 bedroom built up area was 11,300 square feet and plot was approximately 15,600 square feet. You can see from the sizes, these were bigger layout. If we talk about prices, 5 bedroom was having the price of 16 million dirhams and 6 bedroom were standing at 21 million dirhams. But as you can see in the master plan, it had direct access to the water bodies and swimmable lagoon. But all of the plots were not ideal in Miraj also. There are some units which are not having a direct access to the water bodies. There was some mirages facing to the road or the outer section of the community. So it really depends what was your goal and how you had secured the unit. Most important part of Emaar launches are that at least 50% are end user. But in the Oasis, it's even more than that. I believe it's 60 to 70% in Oasis are end users. After that, Emaar started to launch branded villas, which is Palace and Address. It was a unique product not because of the branded, but also because of the type. It was 4 beds, 5 beds, 5 beds with the basement, 6 beds with the basement. 4 beds, 7,200 square feet was a built up area and approximately 9,000 square feet plot area. Price was starting from 13 to 14 million dirham. 5 beds built up area was 7,900 square feet and the plot was 9,500 square feet. Now if we talk about the bigger one, 5 beds with the basement, built up area was 10,300 square feet with the plot of 11,500 square feet. 6 beds with the basement, it was having built up area of 12,000 square feet and a plot of 14,800 square feet. The prices of these branded villas was starting from 13 million and it was going all the way up to 27 million dirhams. This is your Address and Palace villas in the Oasis. Now if you see master plan, this is going to be the new phase, but it's not officially announced yet. If you talk about the location difference, pros and cons of the location, in the master plan, the section which is already launched have a park, so it's an important thing to know that. Now this is new phase which is not officially announced yet, but if you talk about the location differences, you get some pros and cons of the location. In master plan, the section which is already launched have already a park in that side. So it's an important thing to know that where will be school, where will be mall or other facilities. See, you have to understand an extremely important point that in terms of standalone villas, there are not too many players in the market. If you define the luxury communities of Dubai like Emirates Hills, District 1, Nadishiba Gardens or Acres by Miras, Dubai Hills, Al Barari, Jumeirah Golf Estate and Grand Polo. This is the only luxury segment basically and where you will find the standalone villa segment. Now if you check the data analysis, the average price per square feet for these communities, you will find around 4,000 dirhams per square feet. But Oasis is still trading at 1,800 to 1,900 dirhams per square feet. So it means you have more room for the appreciation and also your investment is secure. Now the second thing, in resale market of luxury or average communities in terms of villas like Ribbon Ranches 3, where prices have already reached on 3,000 dirhams per square feet. What it shows us that you have a good enough liquidity buffer in case there is a market correction, like in the worst case scenario as an investment. Now the fact of location is not ignorable, like it's directly on Emirates Road and having direct access to all the major locations. After the extension of Al Fay Street, as I've already mentioned, it will be more convenient. The master plan is also not 100% correct as you can see. It's just a part of the Oasis as a community. If you compare it with Dubai Hills master plan, then as you can see that there is a huge difference. The Dubai Hills looks massive. So of course the Oasis master plan, it will be redesigned as well. Another extremely important point is privacy. For example, if you go to Dubai Hills, you can easily enter the community. It's easily accessible for all. There is no such kind of security in terms of entrance, and that's because of Dubai Hills having multiple public places as well. Like you will find lots of public schools, you will find Dubai Hills Mall, and also King's Hospital is there. So these are not the private properties from Emaar, but the Oasis will be entirely private and secured ultra luxury gated community. So visitors and strangers will not have easy access in the community, of course. My main objective to mention this is that they want to make an ultra luxury private address for millionaires and billionaires. Now, as I've already mentioned, that entry price in Dubai Hills is 1.7 million dirhams in off-plan segment, while in Oasis, minimum it was starting from 10 million dirhams. Now, on the basis of multiple analysis report, by the time of handover, these 10 million dirham cost of villas will hit at least 18 to 20 million dirhams. That would be an entry price in the Oasis. Now, second thing is that if you will be able to visit the site of Oasis, you will see that initial clusters, which is Palmyra, is almost ready. The grey structure, it's already there. They have started the final touches, so it shows us that Emaar is ahead of construction. If you will see the pattern of Emaar, for example, you see Rashid Yachts and Marina, building is ready 6 months ahead of handovers. But Emaar will not start the handover until the complete infrastructure is ready, till the other facilities of the communities are not there. And also for Palmyra, Emaar is ahead of handover time. Unlike other products available in the market like Acres or Natashiba Gardens, these products are not having even the same pace. It's an extremely point to note for the investors. Now, what will happen in the Oasis when people in Palmyra will move in? There will be still construction going on the clusters which are launching right now. So Emaar will not release the Palmyra even it's ahead of time because of infrastructure like school, mall, retail outlets, water bodies, it's not ready. So people who will invest in clusters which will hand over in 2029, like this upcoming cluster, the whole community will be ready by that time. Investors can easily make most out of it by 2030 because your infrastructure is there. School, malls, park, retail outlets, pool, water bodies, everything will be there. Not only that, if you notice that entire section is covered by Emaar communities. You have Oasis, of course, you have Grand Polo, you have Heights Country Club, Expo Living. So after only 5 years, by 2030, you can easily reap your profits and make most out of it. That's not the same case with any other development. Like if you see Palm Jabal Ali, it's going to take at least 8 to 10 years for the infrastructure only. I want to mention another very interesting fact that now Emaar is really focused on the density, and it's a very important factor for townhouses and villas. If you do the comparison of Emaar's communities in the valley, there will be total 10,000 townhouses. Arabian Ranches 3, there are 6,000 townhouses, and it performed really well, as we know that. Even in Dubai Hills Maple, there are only 4,000 townhouses. But in the Polo, there were only 1,200 townhouses. If we talk about the valley, now I want to mention this because there is also an upcoming launch very soon for the standalone villas. So there will be an opportunity to invest in standalone independent villas, 4 and 5 bedrooms, with the built up starting from 3,700 up to 5,500 square feet, and price range from 5.1 million up to 7.5 million dirhams. Location point of view, I don't think that I have to mention because it's extremely fantastic. I have already made a detailed video about the valley upcoming launch, so make sure you watch that. I'll give the link in the description. A land road, basically it's very important and covering most iconic landmarks and the projects, and also other big names have entered in the area like Shoba Elwood, you will find there Natashiba Gardens, it's also there. On your right side, you have Creek Harbor. But why I like the valley, the most important for me is the price per square feet. 1,300 dirhams per square feet. Trust me, it's no brainer. In Grand Polo, Emaar just sold 1,600 to 1,700 dirhams per square feet for townhouses. So that's why Valley is no brainer for investment. Moreover, I have done a complete analysis on the Valley upcoming launch and also Oasis upcoming launch. I have given the end result after mentioning all pros and cons, factors, price per square feet, infrastructure growth, or which unit to choose in both launches, the Valley or either the Oasis. If you want a quick discussion on that or want me to help you to get the best unit, then get in touch with me on the given number. You can send me WhatsApp or you can directly call me. My number is given on the screen and in the description as well. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, share it with your family and friends. So hope to see you again with another episode of Dubai Off-Plan Market. Till that time, take care. Bye-bye.